Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Shalon Locker, Self-Love Queen Passionista and Emotional Energy Alchemist, and I'm here to help you navigate through the energies and help guide you along your self-love journey. So thank you for being here. I'm just going to pull some oracle cards and see what is coming up for the energy today, what messages and stuff we have. So let's see. I'm using the Rose Oracle card deck. All right. So the first one is the return. It says a new story. You decide, alignment. It's coming together. So this is through like the whole eclipse season and everything I've been saying, we've been purging and clearing out so much stuff that is no longer serving us, okay? Like the old version of ourself that, is keeping us stuck from moving forward in our life. And so this is your opportunity to, like, as I was saying, not just write a new chapter. This is a whole new book, okay? And it's about you being able to create that story for yourself. So let's see what the book has to say here. So it says, you've waited patiently for this moment. You've likely been working on the inner for some time, and now the outer is beginning to come into alignment, okay? As changing begins, we're in a never-ending growth cycle. This doesn't mean that we're constantly in bloom. No, this means that we're constantly changing. The only constant in life is change, okay? We are never the same person. By the time you're done this video, you're going to be a different person than the time that you started, okay? Because you're going to have new knowledge and new insights and new tidbits and wisdom and stuff that you've accumulated from these cards, okay? So this card is like the bloom. However, it's more powerful than that. It heralds the coming and going of a whole new way of being, an entirely new story that has been written. This card heralds a great shift in your life, okay? We literally just had the summer solstice, which is like big shifts and changes and new downloads and information and everything, okay? This often takes time, sometimes even lifetimes. Acknowledge how far you've come and how much you've grown, okay? Celebrate how far you've come from the person that you were even just like last year, okay? It's important to celebrate ourselves all the time. You're a part of creating change, not only in your own life, but in the world. Okay, take a moment to take that in. You're just one of many, but your being here matters. You were put on this earth at this time, in this moment, for a purpose, okay? You are so important at this moment in time, always, but there's so much change going on right now, and you are so important and a big part of everything that is going on to shift and change the world right now. All right, never forget that. Take a moment to take it in. You're just one of many, but your being here matters. I guess I had to read that again. A petal in the rose of a new humanity, part of the forever unfolding. So just think of like all of us working together to create this giant big rose. You are one of those petals, okay? And we cannot do that without you, all right? So things are aligning for you and around you. They're convening and coming together. You're in the right place at the right time. Your outer world matches your inner world. So it's about working on that inner world all the time, right? If there's something outside of us is out of alignment, then that means that there's something inside of us that is out of alignment as well, and that we need to address that, okay? This card is delivering a message of harmony, coming together, and the embodiment of holding a clear vision for many years. So it says, you've been doing the groundwork to get to this moment right here, perhaps for months, years, or even lifetimes. Use this moment. You get to decide what happens next, okay? What is this next book of your life? What do you want it to look like? All right. So the rose transmission, and place your hand on your chest, says, I acknowledge how far I've come and how much I have grown. I decide what happens next. Beautiful. All right. The next card we have is Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity, right? Having compassion for yourself. When you have compassion for yourself, that is when you can have compassion for humanity and those around us, okay? Mother Rose says, a sacred symbol of the feminine, the rose, has been here much longer than us. In ancient times, garlands of roses were placed around statues of mother goddesses in worship of her. We're all her children. She connects and unites us all. If we trace her roots far enough, maybe we'll find our way back to each other. We're living in a time of great division, learning and unlearning. We're together mending the thread of humanity, okay? So coming back to yourself is about unlearning all the beliefs that have been instilled on you that aren't true. And it's about uncovering those, right? And coming back to love, because that is the real, the only constant, right? But in order to do that, we need to dive into those like darker aspects of ourselves that we keep hidden from the world around us and bring them to the light. All right. This is a card of returning to union by facing what's been broken, separated, and severed. To realize that we're all human, and while harm has been done, what's needed now is for us to acknowledge what happened and endeavor to find a way to return to each other. Okay? Wherever there is division in the world, how can we come back together to create peace and love and harmony and joy? Okay? To realize that it's possible for two people to have a different experience at the same time and that both can be true. All right? It's about looking at things from a different perspective and honoring each other's truth in that circumstance. Okay? Because what one person's truth may be, not the same as the other person's truth. You can be, I don't know if you've ever like circumstances, accidents or whatever, you can ask two different people who were in the same accident what happened, and they'll give you completely different answers because their perspective and perception of that event are different. Okay, so it's about being able to, it's like agreeing to disagree, right? But honor that in one another, that their truth is true to them and that that's okay. Mother Rose longs for humanity to drop our defenses and reach out to each other with deep honesty and compassion, to face and untangle the sadness, anger, and hurt from our hearts with the help of her grace, to dig our roots deep until we find common ground. Which relationships are difficult for you now? Who has hurt you? How can you soften and express your truth without being defensive? How can you open yourself up to the possibility that two truths can exist at once? So the rose transmission, if you place your hand on your chest, is Mother Rose. Please show us how to find our way back to you, the earth, and each other. Please help me to acknowledge what's difficult for me, and may my heart be filled with compassion for all. Breathe that in. Beautiful. The last card has come to me. Attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. This is all pure feminine energy, because it is the feminine's right to receive. And abundance is our birthright. And when we are in alignment, when we are in flow, when we are in joy, that is when we are able to receive. Okay, so it says, have you ever noticed how in summer, when the roses are at their fullest and their scent is hanging in the air, bees and other pollinators suddenly appear? Pollination happens when pollen from one plant mixes with pollen from another, or is transferred from the stigma of one flower to the stigma of another. Roses don't go running all over the place, reaching and grabbing. Rather, they rely on the bees to come to them. The rose is never reaching for the bee. It's never grasping or overstretching. It embraces that it is fully and allows life to come to it. It receives it fully. It doesn't open and close according to who walks by. It opens and blooms regardless. This card is about receiving abundance, rose style. It's an invitation to receive the sweetness of your life, to embrace the magnificence of who you are, and also to open yourself up to the possibility of receiving what you yearn for deeply. To be clear on what you desire, to trust that all that's meant for you wants to come to you. What is meant for you wants you to. Remember that. To trust that, okay, I was supposed to read that again maybe. To trust that all that's meant for you wants to come to you. To state your desires out loud and let your yearnings be known. To ask for what you desire, okay? Get clear on what it is you want and ask, and be open to receiving however the universe wants to deliver that to you. It's about releasing the control and surrendering to the universe and just trusting that it will be delivered to us for our highest best good in divine timing. Don't reach or grasp. Don't strive, control, or manipulate. That will leave you exhausted, parched, and brittle. The divine feminine is abundant. Okay? She is nurturing and nourishing. Okay? She's not depleted. When we're depleted and overgiving, that is when we're operating in our masculine energy. Okay? And sometimes we need to operate in our masculine energy to get things done, to take action, and that is okay. But it's about doing so from already feeling full. Okay? This card delivers the message that true sustainable abundance is coming. Connect with your sensual true nature. Okay? Tap into that divine, I was going to say queen, divine queen energy, by nourishing and nurturing yourself and your body, finding gratitude for yourself and your body and who you are, and celebrating how far you've come, right? Connect with your sensual true nature. One of the most amazing ways to do that I love is through like dance and just slow movement and just like closing your eyes and feeling into the music and just like allowing your body to move however that it feels necessary. So be unashamed of what you desire. Release judgment upon yourself. Okay? Because what you desire wants you to. Remember that. And when it comes, relish each minute. Okay? It's about staying in the moment, staying in the now, savoring every little thing that you're doing, finding pleasure in the little things in life. Okay? Staying in the now. Because when we're in the now, we are in alignment. Because we're not worrying, we're not stressing, we're not frazzled. We are like, just, if you can slow everything down and come back to your body, pull your energy back to yourself, come back to your breath, okay? And just being and just focusing inward, whether it be focusing on your breath, focusing on your heartbeat, focusing on the things that are around you right now in this moment, being out in nature, okay? All of those things. So, the soul inquiry is, what do you desire? What are you ready to open yourself up to receive? And how can you attract like a flower? We are so programmed to believe that we are only valuable in our doingness, when we are, I'm like, how do I want to word this? We are valuable in our beingness. Just the fact that you are here on this earth right now, where I don't know which card it was. I think it was this one, the Mother Rose. Just because you being here right now means that you are valuable. You are no less or more valuable than the person who is next to you, than your neighbor, than whoever else. You are all here on this earth at this time for a reason. So that makes you valuable. You do not have to offer anybody anything in order to do so. You do not have to prove your worth to anybody. Just be your authentic, amazing self and show up as who you are. And allow everything to come to you. Be clear on your desires. So, thank you so much for being here today with me. Let me know in the comments how this resonated with you. If you're looking for any more guidance and help along your self-love journey, I do Soul-Filled Oracle card guidance. I will drop the link for that in the description below. If you're looking to find your tribe of beautiful women who are on the same journey as yourself, I offer a Self-Love Queen Academy, and that is going to be launching again in the fall. You can pre-register for that now because I think it's amazing the things that we can accomplish as women in a group setting, and to know that we are supported along our journey together. So thank you for being here. I would love for you to follow me on Instagram as well, Shalon_Self-Love-Queen, and on Facebook, Shalon Lockert. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. And remember, you weren't meant to blend in, you were born to shine. Take care.